Hello, I am the artist known as DEROSNEC, and welcome to my weekly vlog where I talk about making music, art, movies, and more. My Steemit buddy, Rebel93, asked me if I could break down my drawing process and talk a little bit about the tools I use. So this series is for you. When I get the urge to draw or paint something as a final piece, or get a commission, I usually have a pretty clear picture in mind of the subject, composition, and even the colors that I want to use. If I can, I'll do a quick thumbnail sketch on whatever's available. Usually it's on my iPad or on a sketchbook, but sometimes it's on a post-it or a napkin, or on the back of my work notebook, which I bring with me to meetings. These days it's actually more of a sketchbook than a book for meeting notes. Anyway, before I'm ready to sit down and start the piece, I have an important question to ask myself. What is this piece going to be made of? I love doing digital art for the convenience of bringing it with me and being able to work on it everywhere. But sometimes you just gotta make something real. You just can't beat real physical textures. And there's a kind of special fun in the mess that comes with art supplies. Charcoal, paint, chalk, that stuff can't be recreated in the digital world. These days, I don't do as much real media as I used to. But when I do, I tend to favor pen and ink or graphite pencil. Growing up, I used to color with colored pencils, with watercolor accents, or paint with acrylics on canvas board. My favorite paper is vellum or heavy stock Bristol. It's nice and sturdy, with a texture that's gritty enough to show through a lot of materials, but not so gritty that you can't get a clean line going. Throw some India ink on there and some soft lead colored pencils, and you get some super saturated, bold graphics going. When I decide to go digital, I'll usually start with my iPad in an app called Procreate. If I can finish the piece on that, then that's great. But there are some key things that application just can't do yet. So when I hit one of those snags, I'll send it over to Photoshop on my desktop and take it from there. I didn't always have an iPad. Back before about a year ago, I had to use a Wacom tablet of some sort. I started doing digital with a mouse, which sucked. I don't recommend that. Then I graduated to a tablet, and finally a Cintiq, which I still use when needed. In those ancient times, I would actually do a little bit of both real and digital. For example, I would ink the piece for real, scan it into Photoshop, then color it on the computer for a whole new effect. In the next part of this series, I'll talk about finding reference and building the blueprints for making the final piece. So how do you decide what kinds of tools to use for your art piece? Are you a specialist who only uses one medium, or do you mix it up? Tell me all about your art and the tools you like to use in the comments. Thanks for watching! Hit that thumbs up button below, it helps me more than you know, and join the Uncensored by subscribing to my YouTube channel, my newsletter, or by following me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those beautiful places. If you never want to miss a video, be sure to click the little notification bell icon too. Thank you so much again, I will see you next time.